Last week we had a class in Greenville. If you're on the call this morning, I asked you to say what change would you going to go back and make. I'm going to mention a few changes that people called and told me this week. Jan Hall in Warner Robins, her change was, Jan, you on the call this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Yeah. Jan, you there? You there, Jan? Hey, Jan. Anyway, Jan said that she was not going to look at her phone in the morning before she went to work. You there?
She's joining now.
She's joining now. Joining now. Joining now.
Now you can ask.
Jan, can you hear me? Anyway, we have technical difficulty. But it's not difficult to be successful. You know, the world is always changing. When I talk about making a change, I'm talking about making a change in your business. There's always something that they're going to tell you in business that to be successful. Let me tell you what it takes to be successful. It takes an attitude that's positive, a mindset that's a belief, the mindset that people need your help, the mindset that people need you. Being positive, following a daily schedule, and mastering the scripts and dialogues. Mastering the scripts and dialogues. That's it to become a multimillionaire. So Jan, I've not been able to hear you yet, so I'm just going to say that you called and said you quit looking at Facebook in the morning. Which I tell you, don't look at anything before you start. Don't take a phone call. Don't look at a text. Now you think these things, well, what difference does it make? If I tell you not to do it, it makes a difference. If I tell you to do something, it will make a difference. The things I tell you to do or tell you not to do will make a difference in your life and your business. Kendra, are you on the call this morning from Charlotte? Good morning, good morning, good morning, Kendra. Well, Kendra called me this week and told me she started going back to the office. And what do I tell people to do? Go to the office. Go to the office. I'm getting ready to work with a big, large company in Atlanta. And they have one of the best brick and mortar facilities in the world. They have offices. You know, I had people that quit going to the office and they had a virtual office. And they virtually have no business. Guys, there's a reason I still come to the office every day. You know, in 1983, when I built my house, I took it across the total end of my house and made it an office and a door you could come in from the other end of the house. But you understand, I never made $50,000 a year working from home. You got to go to the office. You want to have a separation, you know, there's a separation of church and state. There's a separation of business and home and business. I've only had one agent that could work from home that made $1 million in a year. Sherry Puffer in Nashville, North Carolina. She was the first agent I ever coached and the first agent that made $1 million. She made $1.25 million after working with me 6-7 years. But there's a point to go to the office. You have a different mindset. You know, I'm on the phone all day. I have an intern right now and he says, Mr. Lacey, you're always on the phone. My internet was down for the last 7 days. My phones here at the office didn't work, but it did not keep me from being on the phone the entire time. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, I've generated the possibility of 6 new coaching people with no internet, no office phone. But I came to the office and I called people from here, this desk. So Kendra said going to the office has really changed everything for her. It was helping her to be more focused and get more appointments. Yesterday afternoon, I started getting numbers from you. And Patty started reading them to me and we wrote them down. And I had 10 people send me their numbers yesterday. Now, 9 of those 10 were in the program last week. 8 out of 9 of those people got 1 or more appointments yesterday. 10 people yesterday set 17 appointments for over $7 million, which multiplied out would be about $21,000 per agent in one day. And I'm going to tell you why. Because last week, I spent about an extra hour on getting appointments, on their mindset. on what to do before you get to the office, and what to do when you get to the office, and what to say when you're at the office, and how to leave a better message. And if anyone would like to share either what they changed or what they're changing. See, change needs to be permanent. You know, I call what I do AA, Andrew's adjustments. I'm always making a small adjustment to be better at what I do. Are you making small adjustments to be better? I think yesterday one person got 4 appointments, another person got 3 appointments, a couple of people got 2 appointments, and the rest of everybody got 1 appointment, except for 2 people. And one of those people wasn't at the program, and one of them, she was actually negotiating a contract down in Palm Beach. But this morning I want to start with is Vanessa on the call? Click on it.
Yes, sir, I am.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
So you've been in real estate since January. How many listings had you taken from January till last week?
None.
0.
Yes, sir.
But you came to the complimentary, and then you came to my 2-day. Well, first of all, how was the 2-day? Does it give you a better view of how to have a real estate business?
Yes, sir, it does.
Very good. So actually, you came in on Monday, Memorial Day, and called people because I suggested you get an appointment.
Yes, sir.
So when did you go on the appointment?
Tuesday.
So when you got there, tell me about what happened.
The guy wasn't there when I got there, and then he finally showed up. We went through, and I seen the property, and I got the listing. He wanted me to send him the paperwork to sign, and I got the listing for $330,000.
$330,000. That's $20,000 roughly. Half of that is 10, and whatever your split is. So you possibly make $10,000 depending on your split.
Yes, sir.
In one day. Now, have you mastered my scripts?
Not all of them.
No, you
No,
haven't
sir.
mastered them. It takes years to master my scripts. I got people in the program that hadn't mastered them yet if they would master them. But what you did was applied yourself with the information that you had from last week.
Yes, sir.
You called somebody, expired or force of owner.
Expired.
You got the appointment. You went out there. Did you call him when he wasn't there? Or did he just show up?
Yes, sir. I had to call him. He wasn't there.
So when he wasn't there, did you call him from the house?
No, sir. I called him from the property. Yes, sir. I was there at the property.
Yeah, it's okay. Stage fright, okay? First time.
Yes, sir.
First time on a Zoom call. So you called him and said, I'm here. I must have written down the wrong time. Please forgive me. Would you reschedule? And he said, I'll be right there.
Yes, sir.
Went through the
Yes, sir.
house, didn't list with you, but you followed up the next day, and he said, send the paperwork.
Yes, sir.
And you got $10,000 price reduction.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, I have a young intern here with me, and he's been thinking about getting his license since January. And I told him a week or two ago, go ahead. You can take as many practice tests as you want. You can study as much as you want until you go forward, till you make the decision to go forward. You can't start till you decide to go forward. So he took the test on Tuesday. How'd you do, Prince?
I passed it.
You passed both parts.
Yes, sir.
So now you're getting your license.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not going to have an intern very much longer. But actually, I told him if he came over here in the morning, I would watch him prospect. Actually, I'd listen to him because I can't watch it. And help him become successful very quick. But see, if he hadn't have gone forward and gone and taken the test Tuesday morning, he couldn't go forward in making money. If you don't do the right things and go forward, you're not going to make any money. So that was your first class, Vanessa. Is Mark Zimmer on the call from Boca Raton?
Yes, sir. I'm on the call.
Well, don't sound so excited, Mark. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Mark, you drove from Boca Raton up to Greenville last week. You spent a couple of days here. How was the class?
I did. I thought the class was fantastic.
Very good. Now, how long have you been in real estate?
A little less than 2 years.
And how many listings had you taken from January to last week?
From January, 2 listings. Two
No.
listings.
No. From January to last week, you had taken 0, you told me. Okay. Or is that wrong? Am I wrong?
No, I took for 6 months, I took 2 listings, but they were basically given to me
Okay.
through friends, family, definitely not prospecting.
Okay. So you went back to Boca Raton.
I did.
You got on the phone this week.
Absolutely.
What's happened in 5 days?
5 days, 2 listings, and 1 appointment.
2 listings and another appointment.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. And you know what you told me yesterday? You said, I would have never called these people. This appointment you said is a multi-million-dollar multi-property thing. And you said, I never would have called them, but you gave me the confidence to call these people and you got an appointment from them.
I did. I think that one of the biggest takeaways for me was the confidence, little parts. Of course, I haven't mastered the script or any bit of it, but I'll take away things like, would you be offended? And when I'm talking to people or when I've been prospecting, I've been intimidated to kind of speak to certain clients. This week, I called the most multi-million-dollar clients and had phenomenal conversations in one listing appointment.
That's great. And the 2 listings you took, one was 100 and something, and the other one was around 400. So I was still $500,000 in new listings. That's not a bad week.
Yes.
I know you told me, you said, well, that listing was only 130,000. And I'm going, do you understand I made $1 million selling $100,000? My average sale was 100,000. I made $1 million in 1 year. So don't discount $3,500, $4,000. I don't think anybody's going to wouldn't mind getting a check for $3,500. And right. See, you got that opportunity. When y'all prospected yesterday, you had the opportunity to make $21,000 in a day, in 1 day. Well, you on one of your appointments, you can only going to make about $3,500, but $3,500 is better than zero. Yes or no? Absolutely. And you spent 5 to 10 minutes talking to them. You spent less than an hour meeting with them. You negotiate for another hour. You got 2.5 hours to make $3,500. That's great money to spend 2 hours doing something. That's counting the prospecting time, the time you called them, set the appointment, the time you went on the presentation, and now when you negotiate it, when it sells, bam, it's going to sell. Bam! Congratulations. But the point I'm trying to make is you didn't go back to the office and sit around. So you knew people, I have some other new people in the class, and I'm waiting for them to start picking up the phone and call somebody. You can't wait until you become great to start calling. You become great by calling. Somebody said a while back that you leave the greatest messages in the world. I have only left more messages than anyone else in the world. I should be great at leaving messages. I should be great at talking because I don't text, I talk. I don't email, I talk. You want to get better at something, do it more. Amen? I'm going to stop here a second and I'm going to tell y'all a story. So bear with me. There was this man named Naaman. He was from Assyria. And he was way up. He was like over the army. He was right below the king. And he had good looks. He had power. He had wealth. He had a beautiful home. Nice chariots. But he got leprosy. And when you get leprosy, it's contagious and you cannot be around anybody. And you're going to die. But there was this girl working in the family, in the house, and she went to him. Actually, she went to the person that was over her and said that he could get well. I don't cure leprosy, but I cure people's businesses and make businesses well. But what he had to do, he had to go to where the Israelites were. And at that time, the Assyrians and the Israelites were not battling. So the king of Assyria contacted the king of Israel and said, we're going to send this guy to you because one of your people is saying that he can be healed. A lot of times people send people to me. Again, I can't heal as far as your body. I can heal your mind a lot of times. But I can definitely heal someone's business. Completely change it forever. Leprosy, there was no cure for it. A lot of people today think there's no cure for being broke. I just gave it to you. have the right program, follow the daily schedule, master your scripts and dialogues, and come in with a positive attitude and mindset. I look at every person that I've ever changed their life, that's all they did. They changed their attitude and mindset, they followed the daily schedule, and they became a master of my scripts and dialogues. See, are you a master of your business? Do you know what to say in any situation you're in with a buyer, seller, or another agent? So the king of Israel says, I can't do anything. I'm not capable of it. But somehow Elijah, he called Elijah to come down and see him, which was a prophet. And Elijah goes, I can heal him. So this guy came with his army to Israel, and he went to Elijah's house. Elijah didn't even come outside. I'll come see y'all. But he told this man to go, this captain of the army, to go and wash in the Jordan River 7 times. And this guy goes, I'm not going to get in the Jordan River. It's filthy, it's muddy, it's either green or brown, it's not blue. It's not like over there in Damascus where all the rivers are pretty. It's this nasty river. Now he's going to die. He can't enjoy everything he's got, but he's too good. He has too much pride to do something simple. See, if they'd asked him to go and capture 1,000 people or conquer this country or the king of Assyria sent millions of dollars for this man to be healed. Millions of dollars. It does not take millions of dollars to make millions of dollars in this business. That's the forest. That's what so many people don't understand. So he's leaving, and as he went over the Jordan River, his men said, well, if you had to do these other things, you would do it. If you had to go conquer this country, you would do it. If you had to go do this, you would do it. But something that's just simple as getting in the river and going under 7 times. So he got off his horse or chariot, and he took off his armor, and he took off everything, and got down in his underwear, and he stepped in the mud. And the Jordan River is not a beautiful river. But he went down once, nothing changed. Went down twice, nothing changed. Went down 6 times under the water, and nothing changed. He's ready to give up. His men encouraged him. He went down the 7th time. When he came out, he was made whole again. And see, he may have already had digits, his fingers coming off or his toes coming off from leprosy. But he was completely made whole. And that's a story from 2 Kings. But it made me think recently that my program is, you don't have to go and conquer a world. You don't have to buy millions of dollars of advertising. You don't have to spend millions, hundreds of thousands. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. You just got to do something simple that I say. Come to work. Master the scripts. Follow the schedule. See, that's just so simple. It's just like I have 7 steps. He had to go under 7 times. 7 steps to prospecting. If you master those 7 steps, prospect every day, standing up, positive attitude, mindset to help someone, prospect to get an appointment, have a scripted presentation, master the presentation, and have the listing price correctly. Those 7 steps will make you a millionaire. 7 steps to reach all goals. Attitude, belief, commitment, determination, excitement, focus equals goals. But how many people in this world, in this industry, I tell you how many people, 70% of the people don't have the right attitude or the belief or the commitment or the determination or the excitement or the focus. Because 70% of all realtors did not have a closing last year. I met someone this week that had 7 closings, basically being a taxi cab driver. And this person eventually will have 70 closings because they have the it, the way they carry themselves, the way they speak. All they need is my schedule. All they need is me to help them. She has the attitude and mindset. All she needs is to become a master of my scripts and dialogue. But it's not just for her. It's for every person in the sound of my voice. See, So many times we want to brush the simple to the side. So many times you want to brush away the things that I say that would change your life. All he had to do was get in the water and go under 7 times, and he was completely healed. Somebody was making noise, I apologize. So many times it's the simple things, if you just will become a master of those, it will heal your business. It will heal your bank account. It will heal your finances. It will heal your debt. Now I'd like to open it back up to a couple of people that took something took something from the class and share these last few minutes of the change that you went back and are making, if you would. Anybody?
This is Shannon. Get up and go to work no matter if I feel like it or not.
And you already got a listing this week, didn't you?
I believe so.
Yeah. And you got an appointment yesterday, I think, also. Shannon, I met you 2 years ago. Is your business doubled in the last 2 years?
Absolutely.
And you was always you've been in real estate how many years, Shannon?
14 years.
14 years. And there's a magazine called The Washingtonian there in Washington, D.C. and the top, I don't know what percentage are in the magazine. But did you not make the cover, but was you in the magazine this year? The Washington?
Well, I would love to make the cover, but I didn't. But I'll be in it.
You were in it. Oh, you will be in it. They notified you that you made the Washingtonian after being in real estate 14 years. But see, she changed 2 years ago. She changed. And she continues to make changes. Yeah, get up to go to work when you feel like it. Get up to go when you don't feel like it. Get up and go to work till you feel like it. Do you think I feel like going to work every day at 67? No. There's some days I don't feel like it. But I get myself up. And I get myself dressed. And I get myself to the office. And as the day goes by, I feel better because I did instead of laying around. Anybody else?
Follow my daily schedule.
Follow my daily schedule. There it is right now. Follow my daily schedule. And the beauty is, in my program, that's one of the 5 chapters. I give you the daily schedule, hour by hour, what to do to increase your income. And I'm not talking about increasing your income 10,000 guys or 20,000. I'm not the right person if that's all you want to do. But if you're wanting to increase your income 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, then this is what you need. You need me to help you to have a better life, a better business, a greater opportunity to have business every day. Anybody else?
Andrew,
Yes, ma'am.
be 10 minutes. Be 10 minutes early for every appointment.
Yeah, if you're 10 minutes early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're on time, you don't have any time to think about what you're getting ready to do. If I went to a house, I was always early to look at the people's name and repeat their names over and over. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, thank you so much for allowing me to come to your home today. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, thank you. I would just say that over and over and over again. You know, I got a guy in Virginia that did that he in what was the greatest market I'd ever seen in 2005. And he went on 20-something appointments and got one listing in January. But in February, I told him in his first month in coaching, I said, when you get there, before you get there, pull it off to the side of the road. Pull over. And pull that visor down. And say your name out loud. Say, Brad, these people need my help. Brad. There was no expires. Zero. And all the for-sale owners were selling themselves. So he was going out there with the mindset, they can sell themselves. This is where we have to change our mindset. That one little thing. And I said, Brad, say, these people need your help, Brad. You're the best person to help these people, Brad. You can make the transaction go easier, Brad. You can make everything go smoother. And he did that. He took 6 listings, 6 times more listings in February, 6 listings in March, 8 listings in May, 6 listings in June. And Shannon, they put him on the cover of not the Washingtonian, Realtor Today in June of 2005 as one of the top 30 agents under 30 years of age in the United States. He would not have made the cover if he hadn't made that simple change. Small changes can change everything. What's time on deck?
9:25.
Anybody else got 5 minutes? That have
Eliminating distractions.
eliminate distractions. What's up, Brad?
That's Brad.
That's the guy I was just talking about. Hey, Brad, good morning from Washington, D.C. How are you?
Great, fantastic, wonderful, and excellent.
Can I use that? I like that. Excellent, fantastic, and great. Yeah. Brad, how much money, can I ask you how much you made this year, if you don't mind sharing? That you do know.
Over 500,000.
So that's $100,000 a month, guys. When I met him, he was making about right at $100,000. And now he makes $100,000 a month. Brad, do you follow your daily schedule?
Yes.
Do you prospect?
Yes.
Do you use the presentation that I gave you 20 years ago?
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter if it's a $3 million home or a $300,000 home, you go in there with it. Thank you so much for allowing me to come to your home today. Before I get started, can I ask you a question? Can I have your permission to be totally upfront with you? So that's the presentation you use?
Yes.
Thank you, Brad. I guess I saw you about 30 days ago up in Virginia. And you know what Brad does? He comes to every complimentary and he comes to every 2-day. And I tell you, every time you come and see Andrew Lacey is the opportunity to change the direction of your life or to take it to the next level in your business. You know what happened last week? The 25 coaching people in that room, all 25 of them took something away to take that next step up in being more successful. That's what I gave them last week. That's what on July the 21st of 2025, I said, every program I'm going to do the rest of my life is going to be the best program I've ever done. How many of you have been in real estate 10 years or 20 years and you're kind of going through the motions instead of, I'm going to be the best I've ever been today. I'm going to do better today. I'm going to run my business more effectively. I'm going to call somebody. I'm going to call past customers. I'm going to follow up with someone. I'm going to get better instead of staying the same. Anybody else?
Good morning, Andrew. It's Jenny.
Hey, Jenny.
So you keep talking about your attitude, mindset, your scripts and dialogue, and your daily schedule. And I think it all boils down to that daily schedule and your daily routine. It's the little things that we leave out, like just waking up every morning. It's going to be a great day. Visualizing your day or visualizing that emotional goal in the shower, talking to yourself in the mirror. That's all part of that daily schedule that we leave out so often. It's those little things in our daily schedule.
It is. And see, all of it is, I'm not going to repeat what you just said, but what you just said was priceless. Because guess what I did when I got out of bed this morning? I was walking to the kitchen going, it's going to be a great day. And then I came back from the kitchen getting ready to get in the shower. It's going to be a great day. And then I visualized my emotional goal as one day I may retire. See, I never say I'm going to retire, may retire. But I visualize changing someone's life. I visualize at the end of my career having every person's life that I've ever changed, have a weekend and have them all come to Spartanburg and have a blowout party, have a barbecue, have a dinner, have a barbecue on Saturday, have another dinner, have a golf, they can play in a golf match. And me just spending a few minutes of each one and thinking about where they were, because my memory is the greatest. God gave me I may not have sight, but I have memory. You want me to give you something I'm writing right now? You know, I blame memory because of GPS and Google and Alexa because we never have to think. I never let anybody tell me the answer. I will think about it until I think of the answer. But I had an aha, and you're the first people to hear it. Most people don't remember today because they don't listen today. How can you remember something if you're not listening? And if you don't listen completely, you're not going to remember it. That's called being distracted and not focused, guys. I want to tell you something. This week, the people that went to class, you had an amazing week. Now, if you're one of the new people that didn't have an amazing week, what can you start on Monday? Be amazing. When you get up on Monday morning, it's going to be a great day and someone needs my help today. When you're standing in front of that mirror in the morning, someone needs my help today and I'm the best person to help. When I told you Brad did that on see, the market was still the hottest market in the United States, but he changed his mindset from going, they can sell it themselves, to saying, I'm the best person that can help someone. I'm the best person to help these people. I'm the best person to help these people. And guess what? You are, because you're the professional out there in Zoom land. If you're watching this, You're the one that knows the price. You're the one that knows the market. You're the one that's what it's going to take. What's it going to take? Pricing it right. Getting it in MLS. Getting it on the internet. Staying in touch with the seller. Making recommendations that they need to do to get it sold. I hope I made a few recommendations today that could get you excited about the opportunity. I want you to look at me a second. I grew up less than a half a mile from here. And my dad never made over $25,000 until his last few years with Duke Power. He was a pipe fitter. I was a person that was very poor. I went in the Marine Corps, and my job was to die for the president. My job in the Marine Corps was to die for the president. I made $1,000 a month. I went into real estate and struggled for 8 years, and I made less than $50,000. But then on June the 15th, 1991, I decided to change. And how did I start? By what I said to myself in the morning, and what I said to myself in the mirror, and the activities I did by following my daily schedule, and by becoming a master of my scripts and dialogues. And having the right attitude and mindset no matter what's happened. You know, this past week, a week ago today, my internet went out, which means my phones went out. And it was out for 6 days. Actually, 7 days. We got it back yesterday. But you know, in the last week, by me getting on my phone, instead of sitting around complaining and waiting for something to happen, I decided to get on the phone. Preston, do we have 5 or 6 people that are probably going to join coaching in the next 3 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did you call them for me?
Yes, sir.
So we have 5 or 6 new people possibly going to join coaching, 4 for sure. Now, if I hadn't got on the phone, I wouldn't have had that new people. But you know, I was on the phone last night at 8 o'clock with the people that I work with. See, nothing stopped as far as me running my business, even though sometimes it seems like the world stops with COVID. The world stops with this, or the economy stops with interest rates. But you can always have business if you do the right things. It does not matter what rates are. It doesn't matter what's going on in the economy. It just matters what you come in and do each day to build an incredible business. I hope each one of you have a great... Listen, let's take June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Let's take the next 7 months and start to change the direction of our life so that in 2027, we will have the best year we've ever had. Have a great weekend. Call me if you need me. My number, 864-909-1258. I answer the phone, 864-909-1258. If you have any questions, you want to email me at andrew@andrewlaceytraining.com. And go out and let's starting June the 1st, next Monday, let's make one little change that I've given you to change your life. Ciao.